Hello! What to do when you have an hour to kill? Of course, geocache! You can see I'm doubly prepared for the sun in my eyes and these because I'm getting old and I can't read. But I'm going to go on the Band of Brothers driving tour, part 2. And see, I have to put my glasses on because I'm like, huh? So hang on. It is a historic driving tour. It begins in Toccoa. I already did number 1. So now we're going to do, oops. Well, I had to do some little adjusting there to make sure there's not too much cleavage showing. Well, I've reached stage 1 of the historic driving tour, and I'm going to read a little bit to you to let you know what the history is about. So yet again, change these sun protectors to Granny. Oops, I'm sticking my ear. This is called Sink Trail. It's named in honor of Colonel Robert F. Sink, who was born in North Carolina and graduated from West Point in 1927. In 1942, the Army gave Sink command of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment. Sink turned down several promotions during the war so that he could stay with his infantry regiment. The dedication of the marker, I was like, what did I just read? The dedication of the marker was attended by many former 50 Sink men, along with 2 of his daughters. The dirt road to the left goes to the top of Currahee Mountain. That road right there, and it is one heck of a bumpy road. We've gone up there to the top. There's awesome views. I'm not going to do it today because my truck isn't got the greatest tires. I'm going to go back. Whoops! The men who trained here ran up that road. It's 3 miles, and they ran 3 miles up and 3 miles down the Sink Trail. You can drive to the top for a spectacular view of the area. If you're in a car, please use caution, as the road becomes very rough near the top. And that's no joke. It is super rough. I thought when I drove my Xterra that we were going to bounce off the mountain. And it's really hard to turn around. It's tiny, tiny up the top. And I'm not turning around in this truck. I'll hit something. The Currahee Challenge takes place during Currahee Military Weekend, and they just did that a week ago. They ran up there. So I have to look at this marker over here and change some coordinates around. Hopefully I get the right ones, and then that'll take us to stage 2. That's the marker that I need to take the information from. Now I'm at stage 7. Go change these glasses again. So I can figure out the clue. It says Camp Toccoa was originally a training site for the State Guard and was acquired by the federal government in 1942. It was used to train a new type of soldier, the paratrooper. Standing at the coordinates, you will see a long white building in the distance to your left. It is the only remaining facility left from Camp Toccoa. There is much discussion as to the exact use of this building, some believing to have been a mess hall, while others believe it to have been a storage facility. There were 500 officers and 5,000 enlisted men who began their rugged training in July 1942. When the 506 left for Fort Benning on December 1st, there were only 140 officers and 1,600 enlisted men who survived the intense training. Wow. They were wussies. No, just kidding. The other ones were badass that made it. The 506 made several jumps around Currahee Mountain. I couldn't do it. Some made enough jumps to be certified as paratroopers, but the airfield here was not long enough for the C-47s from which the men jumped. The jumps were discontinued until the men reached Fort Benning. To get to the coordinates, locate the large blue Camp Toccoa at Currahee sign nearby. Use the information on the sign to answer the following questions. Okay, here we go. Where's that large blue sign? Right over there. But there is where I'm going to go and check that out. Where's the white building? This is Stage 8. Stage 8 is the Airborne Monument. See if I can hold my paper. This is the Airborne monument. Is set on a concrete base that was part of the Camp Toccoa entrance. The base had vintage World War II tanks set on slabs on either side of the road. The monument is dedicated to the memory of the 4 airborne regiments that trained at the camp during its existence. The 506th and the 501st served with the 101st Airborne in Europe. The 511th served in the South Pacific with the 11th Airborne Division. The 517th became the 517th Combat Team because it contained not only parachute infantry companies, but also a company of engineers and battery of artillery. They served in Italy and France. The left side of the monument has the end of a rifle barrel. I believe I'm supposed to be over here. This is what I'm talking about. Hold on a minute. A rifle barrel and a pair of jump boots. Something's biting me. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. It's stinging me. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to stand behind that. Get my picture. This represents the ever-decreasing number of parachute veterans living today. Take a few minutes to appreciate the monument and to remember the brave men these markers represent. Notice the shape of the long concrete pad that links all the markers in the Camp Toccoa Memorial Walk. It's like a diamond. To get the coordinates, use the information found on the granite markers in this area and answer the following questions. My hat goes off to you. I salute you. Now we're at stage 10. I think it's 96 degrees out now. It's not, but I think it's 90 something. We are at stop 9. This is camp headquarters. Was located. Look, I'm reading with my not for long. Sorry. Wait a minute. Okay. Stop number 9. Camp headquarters was located where Patterson Pump is now. It was the site of a motor pool, a fire station, a warehouse, quartermaster's offices, camp headquarters, a bowling alley, cool, and a movie theater, even better. To get the coordinates for the 10th and final stop and the physical cache, stand at the coordinates for stop 9, face Patterson Pump, and answer the following questions. Second, ooh, did you see that face? Because I can't see when I turn to look with these things on. Dang it. Here I go again. Sorry. I have to go stand over there and answer some questions. This is a big place. All these buildings. But I will get out and film it, so it's better. Now I'm off. I got all the numbers, and I'm off to find the ammo box. My favorite. See if I can find it. I'm only 97 feet from the cache box. Okay. Surprise! There we go. Well, this is a fun find. I'm hiding in here, and I can look out, and no one can see me. I was wondering how they were going to hide this one so it wouldn't get stolen from the muggles. But it's chain locked. But it does smell like pee in here. Let's see what's inside. Well, that was a lot to accomplish in an hour, but I did it and had a great time at this cache, the Historic Band of Brothers Part 2. I got an awesome trade item. It was upside down. And you can see the paratroopers. It's a nice patch. Love it. I had a really hard time because I went over there and got my trade and then didn't put anything in it. I had to go back. And I think everybody's getting off work because there were wave after wave after wave after cars, and I really didn't want them to know where I was going. Just in case they want to check out. They can always steal what's inside the box. They just can't steal the box. So, say, 2 thumbs up. how do you do that? But that was a 2 thumbs up cache. I loved it. Thanks.